new video which will discuss regarding the insight of production, like how typesetting happen and what is typesetting. It's a complete insight. We are going to deal with this in this video. We'll make a we'll try to understand how the process happen and what are the departments are working behind to get it product done at the final stage. Before coming to any stage, what are the different stages we have through the process? So we're going through the workflow of complete typesetting industry or publishing industry. Each and every company is following the same format. It may be depend on the company profile. Maybe some companies are working some certain part and some companies are working certain part. But normally, most of the companies are working end-to-end process. So they are working the same thing. So let's just start with a new approach, and this is a new series we are going to introduce to. It's a very interactive and session going to happen because I've seen nothing related with this type of videos on the YouTube. So if you go through it, you will learn lots of new thing inside. So those who are new in this industry, they will come to know what is what. So that will be more beneficial for them. So let's just start. So the next, so typesetting. See, guys, typesetting is nothing. It's a term originally referred to the setting of lead type of printing press processes, processes of prototype setting. In short, we can see it's a setup of two words, type and setting. It's a type setting. Okay, type means whatever you are typing is typing. Setting means giving in a proper layout, giving in a proper shape or layouting or designing, right? So if you can see book, what is journal, what is magazine, whatever you are seeing is a digital format, textual related thing. The two types are there. One is text, another is layouting. So a combination of these two we come together is a typesetting. Generally, there are three processes in typesetting: input, process, and output. Be careful about these 3 points. Inside these 3 points, there are lots of different stages are there that will deal with different way and we'll talk about later. Here we are just going to brief about this typesetting industry, brief about the production setup, I'm going to brief about stages of different workflow of to getting a final product. So in input and output are directly associated with client wherever process is connected with our production team. There can be various type of job projects in typesetting field like books, magazines, newspapers, journals, etc. Next is typesetting work. So as we discussed, three main modules are involved to get it done any work, right? So in input, what are the inputs? In process, what are the process we do? And in output, what are the final output we get it from that work, whatever we done the previous. So input is nothing. Whatever documents we are getting from the client side is come under input. Process. What are the work we do to get it the final product is process. It involves analysis, editing, setup and composing, indexing, proofing, keying, artwork, XML, web, whatever there are lots of things are there involved to get the product done. Output, here we upload the final process video to the client. All uploading materials is called output. Whatever we are delivering to client is called output. This can be uploaded in various steps. Normally we follow stages in this. Like first stage where we give proof PDF, then revise stage. If anything is there from client side, then it's a modification. They come up with their final update in the PDF or in different mode of communication through mails, whatever they feasible, they are comfortable with that. We'll get it, we'll correct it again, we'll re-upload it as a revised stage. And the final stage when everything is freezed, as far the layout is concerned, as far the content is concerned, then they come up with their confirmation that we need final file for this product. So we'll give it to the print stage where we'll create a PDF and we'll give it to all the PDF with high res images with print a specification. We have a checklist where we have to go through each and every point. What are the required parameters for that one? Okay. Next is workflow. So guys, I have created one workflow where which will give you some basic idea what happens where, right? So starting from manuscript. Manuscript is a raw material written from an author, right? So before coming to the production, coming to the any company to work on any file, we have some work happening over there, right? We have author is writing, someone is writing any manuscript, then he approach any publisher because author directly not nowadays it's happening, but it's a larger scale. The bigger publishers, authors, they contact with any publisher, like there are big publishers are there in the market. So those who control the all the work, whatever we are going to talk about. So publishers are basically who give the design, layout, everything for that particular book. So author contact publisher. Publisher having their set of team, the team involved to review the manuscript, everything as per the standard, everything is fine. Then they freeze the um, manuscript and then move it to the typesetting and the typesetting vendors or typesetting production team. So what production team is doing, the first stage they are doing is starting with the TA. TA involves technical analysis. Analysis we'll talk about later. Then we have pre-editing, then copy editing, then artwork, then XML or Word, whatever input is going to work. Like if workflow is XML, so XML will be the input. If Word is a workflow, then we'll give a word to the next department. Then InDesign layouting, if we are working on an InDesign software, we have our InDesign. If we are working with some other layout tool, then we have a different tools we have, we'll talk about later. Then we have a quality check team, those who verify your output. If everything is fine, then move it to the client. So this is all about workflow. Going forward, intake analysis. So this process includes the complete analysis of input received from the customer for any particular work. This may include Word, XML, graphics, Excel file, PPT, source file, like InDesign, LaTeX 3v2, any form of input we can take it from the client. We have to analyze the whatever we are receiving from the client. We have to analyze so that we come to know as per the client requirement. We got the all the required input from the client side so that we can start our process. If anything is not there, immediately we'll trigger mail to the concerned team that this is not there, so that it will save our time, because if we'll not do any good analysis and we will start working in between the production, we'll come to know this is missing. So things will be not on the good place. So this is one very important team which take care before initiating any work. Then pre-reading. This team or this task is basically handle, see, manuscript whatever we are getting from the client side. Author is just they have written the manuscript, they're not formatted in whatever required for our next level of work. So we have to give them a proper styling for that each and every element of manuscript. Before reading by the reviewing, it's a structure, clearly consistency and formatting to ensure it is ready for efficient and accurate editing in publishing. Then next team is copy editing. Copy editing is the process of carefully reviewing a manuscript to correct error in grammar, spelling, punctuations, and style while ensuring clarity, consistency, and adherence to published style guide. Then next team is working on graphics. This is basically deal with the image related task, and maybe we have this format we can receive from the client, JPG, EPS, CDR, TIFF, anything we can get it from client, and we have to work around it. So we'll talk deeper in that graphics part later in our series. Then we come to template creation. This team is completely uh, working through layout designing. Every publisher have their own set of specification guidelines to create the page setup. So in this team, what they do, they according to client requirement, client specification, they create a template, and that will use for the further work. Then we come pagination. Pagination is a terminology where we work to take images, text all together in a template and arrange in a proper way to get the final output as per the client requirement. Here we are using different softwares like InDesign, Word, LaTeX, 3v2, Quark Express, and so many other softwares are there which involve to do pagination. Then comes quality. Quality is something where we cross check each and every aspect of whatever we have done previously, like what input we got from the client side, what was the manuscript, if any instruction or any special instruction received from the client side will go. And this team is ensuring each and everything, whatever we received and whatever we have processed, they compare, and on the basis of comparing, if they find any mistake or any mismatch with the input and output, they again come back to production team, this is not correct, they have to correct it. Until unless they confirm everything is fine as per the client requirement, will have to work it, and once everything is freezed, they move it to the next level, and that is will send to the client. So this is all about something where our workflow is concerned in terms of publishing industry, what companies are following, right? So each and every stages have a team, and each team having their own work. So we'll discuss further in our series. In this series we'll discuss about each and every aspect of task, how each team is working, what are the different stages they are working through, what are the tasks they are going through it. So this is going to be, this series especially is designed to understand the depthness of work. So here why I'm going to go through this series, because for me what I understand, two things are very important to give any good product. One is subject knowledge and another is software knowledge. So subject knowledge is very important. Until unless you don't know how what work you are going to do, even you know the software, you cannot do it, right? So knowing basic thing is very important to start any work. And those who are not aware about all these things, this is very good for them to understand the thing, and I am here to help you out. Okay, my motto is to get educated everyone, right, to get depth in that, and they, if they want to start career in this, and if you want to join any company, easily they can achieve that one, the output what company is looking for. So here it's a one small initiate I am going to initiate this approach for you all guys. Those who are interested, please follow my channel, and I will give you best uh, output what I can give it to you, so that that will help you in coming days, right? Thank you so much. Please wait for my next videos. For this series we'll talk about only, this is going to be theoretical only, but will you come to know what is what about. Parallelly, we have one more series we have started, that is InDesign, where we'll go through the software in InDesign, how we work, right? So these two series are going to be parallelly. You will get it one by one videos for both parallel platform like InDesign, and this uh, documentation like the subject knowledge, you will get it from this video. Thank you so much.